Alrighty, welcome everyone to some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I don't know what this is. This looks really weird. I feel uncomfortable when I'm looking at this. This is like some Roman pillar shit, but there's only like a little bit of a pillar here. I don't know what this is. Is that a scroll box? Why is it on the left? Oh. That's get out of full screen. I was thinking, well, what are we gonna do today? Because per the usual, I am lost for words. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I was like, hey, I haven't done an ogre in a while. I probably have, but I don't remember doing it like this. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play an ogre Skald because that's pretty good. So let me just check what ogres are all about. I highlighted ogre so I could see their aptitudes more easily. Now they're gold. Wow, this really is Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Why are there two of these? What is this? That's not a scroll bar because the scroll bar's over here. I can interact with this. Holy shit, that's cool. Why does it look like Mac? The Mac scroll bar. That's weird. Alright, anyway. So ogres have a +0 to pole arms, which means they're naturally really good at using pole arms. Or staves, one of the two. So I'll probably use pole arms this game. And they also have -1 to all magic skills. So they're flat across the board aptitudes, -1s, +1s all over the gaff. The only one they have that's interesting is really +3 to fighting, and then garbage in range. But that doesn't really matter because we're gonna go Skald anyway, and we're not gonna go for the long shit. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up spear. Ogres are really good at doing. Why is the ground so dark? Am I in some kind of... Wait, did they change the game? Why does this look so off to me? Is it because I haven't explored? Probably because I haven't explored. Okay, I'm not going crazy, hopefully. So yeah, pole arms is really good on ogre. It's probably their best armor their weapon choice by far. Probably because axe is a little bit meh. Mason flails -1, long blades, short blades -1, unarmed combat -1. Kind of worthless, right? I will train a bit of spellcasting just to kind of get all my spells up, but I'm going to try not to be too... Yeah, did they really darken the dungeon floor? Is this real? Why do I look like I'm sucked into an inky abyss? What is going on right now? Did they change the game? I'm scared. I'm actually really scared. I don't know what the hell's going on. Why does the game look so dark? Why does it all look so dark? Wait, did I change something? Did something change? Did Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup change when I was away? Why is everything so fucking dark? What is this? Wait. I'm actually getting worried. Am I freaking out? Is this game really dark right now? Why is it so fucking dark? Okay, this is gonna be the weirdest thing ever. I'm gonna look up my own channel, and I'm gonna go and check what the fuck this game looks like. Is that playing something? Wait, what's going on here? Something being played? Oh, that's my fucking podcast from my other phone. Okay, just gonna mute that. Yeah, the game's not that dark. Sorry, you might be able to hear my own audio. What? Why is it so dark? What the fuck is going on right now? Oh, I closed the wrong thing. Oh, sorry. Well, I guess we're just gonna play Dungeon Crawl Dark Soup. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is really a dungeon. They took the fucking torches out. There used to be torches in this game, and they got rid of them. The lighting effects. Oh my god, dynamic lighting. Tell me, guys, have I actually gone crazy, or is the game always this dark? It really, really looks dark. And this looks really disturbing. Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, it's an amulet of magic regen. Cool. I can't see shit. Oh my god. I wish I was joking. I actually can't see shit. Anyway, let's talk about Skald for a bit. It's your classic hybrid. Sick charms, sick melee, blah 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 blah, garbage. Actually not a great start, but it's okay because we got infusion. Infusion changes your, it reduces your mana, it drains mana on hit to increase additional damage. It's pretty good. Other good spells from the Skald tree are Regen, Spectral Weapon, and Shroud of Galubria. All very good. Song of Slaying makes too much noise, it's not very good. Not ideal. Can get you fucked in a lot of situations. But it does give you a lot of slaying, so I might be using it situationally as the course of the game goes on. I actually might learn it now and just put it on I, and then hopefully we'll use it at some point against a pack of enemies, and then we'll get surrounded because, spell's dog shit, but hey, it's alright. We'll pretend it's good for a couple of bits. Until we realize, of course, it is dog shit. Ah, there you go. So that was me using Shrouded Infusion. Shrouded Galubria, it deflects attacks sometimes. That's literally what it says. It's like, oh, sometimes their attacks get deflected. Doesn't stop any missiles, and it sometimes falls apart, but it's the equivalent of apparently 10 HP per round, which is pretty good. So I'm going to be casting it in almost every fight. There's Sigmund. I'm going to go ahead and just die, because I don't have any fucking way to deal with him. The second he decides to, confuse me, I have no real recourse to this. I'm going to run around like this, and let the gecko kind of just block Sigmund. And then I'm just going to run away. And I'm going to cast Song of Slaying here. And so for the longer I'm singing, as long as my solo goes on, I get additional slaying, which is good. But as you can see right there, it stopped because, I don't know, I just stopped singing for some reason. Here's a trident. Nice. That's a good upgrade to our weapon. There's a dagger here. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Dagger flaming. It's garbage. I did that, even though it looked kind of suboptimal, because I wanted to see if it was electrocution or poison. Because if it was, I could actually have taken out the Sigmund boy upstairs. Here is a halberd. That's really good for this character, because it means that I have some nice mid-game damage. Unfortunately, though, I can't go up that staircase, so this is going to be a real fucking pain in my ass. I really wish I learned regen, because this might have sped that up a little bit, but... okay, you know what, we're gonna do this. This game is definitely darker than it used to be. Like, I am not making this up, guys. I swear to God, this game is actually really dark. I don't know what the fuck is this is going on. I don't know why it's like this. I'm just confused. Like this, it doesn't look like this. I can tell because now I'm watching the screen instead of like just vaguely off, like not focusing on the game as I usually do. Like it's actually really fucking dark. I don't know what that is. I don't know why did the devs turn the gradient up to like 55 billion or something? What the fuck is going on? Oh, random energy, nice. Oh, he played peekaboo with my ass. Holy shit. He fucking ran around the circle and got me. What an asshole. Alright, let's put Shroud. Let's just infuse. We win the fight. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, we're very hungry now. But that's not going to stop us. We've got no rations left. That's... This is not going to be a good one. I can already tell. Like, I know it sounds like I'm complaining, but, like, the game's really fucking dark. Can't see shit. Like, I actually can't see anything. It looks busted. Like, it actually looks like my monitor's broken. It's really garish. I learned that word in, today, because I'm a fucking degenerate scum. Alright, Song of Slaying. Make a shitload of noise, because I'm an idiot. Get 6 slay for a bit, and then, for some reason, randomly stop. It's depressing, but hey, that's the way it works. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. I fucked up. Alright, well, that worked. Just randomly kill him. Had nothing to do with me. That was all RNG. I left it to the gods. To the fate. I threw my fate to the gods. I allowed them to, you know, handle it for me. Alright, Song of Slaying again. Fighting ogres. Oh, sorry, fighting orcs. Ogres are really good at fighting orcs, orc priests specifically, in this part of the game. Because Smite doesn't do shit to my +3 fighting. And 20-30% HP. There's your boy McCleb. I don't know if I want to use that. I don't know if I want to use any god, really. Let me just look at the gods, see which ones I want to pick. So I can see Che, Quaslol, Trog, and McCleb so far. Obviously, Akawaru is like... It's pretty obvious that that's the good choice, right? But at the same time, you kind of want to go for a little bit of a different thing, you know what I mean? Ooh, maybe the red character. Maybe that character is good. I already did Nemelex. Don't want to do Wujan, because it's a pain in the ass, especially with spears. It's either going to be McCleb, or it's going to be... it's going to be Dith, maybe? Or even Gozag. Nah, Gozag's shit. Fuck that. You know what? We haven't done a real, like, a true tried and tested just character of McCleb. Usually you play Deep Dwarf with McCleb, so I think it's kind of interesting to pick McCleb. I know that Like, he's considered one of the most classic of the... Like, he's considered very classic, like, good all-round god. But the reality is, no one actually plays this character. Like, because he's just not that cool, I guess. But he is pretty cool if you use his abilities properly. And I'll try to show that off today. Alright, enchant the trident, I guess, sure. Alright, there's a sewer nearby. I really want to get that, because eventually I might be able to do something. I guess buying a scroll of magic mapping is actually worth it for a sewer. Sewer is just completely free XP. And it is also quite enjoyable to go through. It's usually a lot of extra additional things. Additional consumables as well, which is very good for us. Alright. I'm gonna just dig straight through because I can't be asked to do any of this stuff. But... Oh, that's Doan Devesa. Fuck. Okay, let's grab some Slay. Hopefully kill Doan. Devesa first. Hopefully not die to Doan. Grab the Shroud and Infusion so I don't die. There we go. Nice. Shroud and Infusion both actually do a fairly good amount of stuff for this character. Shroud helps mitigate damage. Infusion kind of makes me better at dealing damage. Overall it's a very nice combination to have. Regen, pick up, Spectral Weapon, pick up. These are all really good. So Regenerate is the classic regen spell, just increases your regen for a bit. And Spectral Weapon summons a copy of your weapon, unbranded I believe. But that is really, really good for spear users particularly, because spear users summon a spear with their Spectral Weapon, which gives them 1 extra tile of range. Which means basically the spear can attack from any person you're directly next to. And in certain cases, it can actually attack enemies that are 2 tiles away, while you're also 2 tiles away, which is very nice. Leads to some very interesting play. So I think Spectral Weapon should be used with a spear, but it doesn't have to be, obviously. But here I'm going to just be using it to increase my damage. Every single turn that these things are on the screen is just basically like an extra 100. I'd say like an extra 100% damage, but not quite. It's pretty good though. And in addition, you have to be careful though, because it actually does damage you if your spear dies while you're on the screen. Sorry, just in general. So you need to be a bit careful. But hey, look, situations like that are really good. I just kind of have Idjid there, have the Spectral Weapon behind me. It just jabs at the guy in addition to me. So I get some pretty decent damage going on. Like right here, same thing. You'll note there that I actually did a couple of movements to make sure that the Spectral Weapon is behind me and not in front of me. There's no point in it tanking for me. I'd rather just tank for it. What's this embroidered robe? Fire resistance? 2 AC is kind of better right now. Fire resist is kind of unnecessary at this point in the game. Alright, throw an infuse on again, just to be a bit more cheeky with the damage, but it's fine. At this point, I think Song of Slaying is mostly worthless. It just attracts a lot of enemies, whereas Spectral Weapon just does more damage and is completely silent. It's just a better version of it. You'll note that I'm still casting my spells at high-ish spell failure rates. This is a pretty advanced tactic called not giving a single shit about the fact that your spells are at high fail rate. Just use them anyway, it's fine. Like, so many people are like, oh my god, gotta get my spell failures down to 1%, 2%. Nah, don't do that. Just be like me. 19%, 26%, what's the difference? They're all the same anyway. If they were gonna miscast, just blame it on RNG. It's all good, boys. I am training spellcasting to get a little bit more of a, little bit of a head start, I guess, in training my spells. But at the end of the day, it's not really important. I'm using the spellcasting mostly because A, I have a +1 to it, and B, it just helps with spell hunger, and it helps with every single spell that I want to cast, and it helps with mana, which is kind of good, because obviously Infusion costs mana, and all my other spells also cost mana, so if I get a lot of mana, it's good for me. See how simple that logic is? See how straightforward it is? I'm gonna go ahead and ID some stuff. The Ossuary is pretty good for getting me loot. Pretty happy about that, actually. Got a bunch of heal wounds and a bunch of curing already, which is a very promising start to the game. Alright, go infuse with my Spectral Weapon. Again, tanking for said Spectral Weapon so it doesn't randomly die, forcing me to recast it, while also doing damage to me. Like, in certain small fights, I'm happy to just let it tank for me, but usually I want it to be behind me so it can be doing damage rather than taking damage. I want it to be an asset, not a liability, basically. Need to make sure to Shroud, at the very least, as a buff. I got a little bit unlucky there, in that I couldn't run away from the halberd guy. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's heal in one time, just to be completely safe with it. I mean, the chance of me taking 20 damage from those bozos is not that high, but, you know, just be a bit safe with it. You know, practice safe combat, you know. I was going to say safe sex, but we're not really having sex here. I mean, I am thrusting at them with my pole, but, you know, that's literal. That's not metaphorically thrusting at them. Like, I am literally cutting open holes with them. I'm penetrating them, definitely, but not through any, like, orifice that existed before me stabbing them. Okay, grab some regen and all my good buffs. I guess I'll turn Song of Slaying on because I'm an animal. This sucks. This sucks really bad. Okay, there's a wizard here, that's fine. Just gonna dig my ass out. Yeah, and the slime. Being a bro, once again, not even worshipping Jiv, but he decides to help me out anyway. Kill this stupid ass slime now that he's served his purpose. Oh, never mind, he is giving me a lot of lip today. Holy shit, alright. Let's just heal that shit up. Just run away. Just stare pull it off. Or stare dance it off. Okay, there we go. Not stare dance. Pillar dance. I'm dumb. Alright, there we go. Whew, that was a close one. That was a very close scenario. That almost happened. I mean, Int's pretty good. I'll train Int. If you're casting spells, Int's almost always good. So look, our spells are almost hungerless. Yay! Hooray! Wonderful. Amazing. Not that it really matters, but it's just nice to have. Some books. Yum. Let's see what we got. Book of Minor Magic is very nice. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the shopping cart. And Book of Callings is also pretty nice with Summon Spire. Book of Summonings gives us Summon Mana Viper though, so it's kind of a toss-up. I'll just remind myself later on that eventually I want those spells at some point, hopefully. This book has Deflect Missiles, which is pretty good for late game, but it's pretty expensive for now. I think all in all, these two can both go on my buy list, but I'll never really buy either of them, most likely. Like, I'll probably buy the Book of Summonings, more likely. I strongly prefer Mana Vipers to, I don't strongly prefer, I do prefer Mana Vipers over Lightning Spire, though. It just is better in almost every way. Like, anti-magic bites are really fucking good. They're fast, see invis, fairly tanky. You can summon two of them. It's just like, there's so many upsides to it. I'm not saying that Summon Lightning Spire is overrated, because it's definitely not. It's definitely exactly as good as people say it is. But Mana Viper is just that good, that I think that specific way. Alright, I have Minor Destruction now. It's a pretty good 5-range move. It does some amount of damage, and it's not too bad. It's the equivalent of like casting a level 3 spell, or a level 2 spell, on average, which is not too bad. You can just kind of blast it away for free. It costs about 1 HP, which is not a huge deal. And you can get some pretty decent damage out of it, especially if you start training Invo the second you start worshipping Macleb, which you should be, by the way, if you haven't done it. Why do I do that? It's so that the second you get Summon Demon, or Summon Lesser Demon, you don't, you know, run the risk of having some asshole demon show up. Like, you're definitely going to get a good demon by the time you unlock it, I guess. It's kind of important, at least for me. Alright, there's a centaur, walk up a corner. What is he holding onto? It's a Glaive of Protection. That's actually really good. I'm going to go ahead and Ice Blast his ass a couple of times. Throw a couple of buffs on me so I don't die. Try to jab that guy to death. There we go, nice kill. Spectral Weapon, of course, doing a shitload of damage. Very nice. I actually don't know how Spectral Weapon works. I don't know how it swings. Does it swing based on my skill in the thing? I don't know. Let me just check that real quick. Using Beam, of course. Creates an allied clone, strikes enemies in melee. When you do, damage takes is shared with you. It's HD, damage, evade, scale, and blah blah blah. Scale with spell power. What about Spectral Weapon 2? Is there any more info you can give me? Nope. Can you tell me if it swings good? No? Okay. Oh, it doesn't reduce experience. Well, I assume that, but that's cool. So yeah, now I have a Spectral Weapon that is also a glaive, which is better, I guess. I assume that it's striking at like a uniform speed based on its spell power, but I can't actually tell. Oh, actually no. You know, it said that it swings when I do, so maybe it does scale off my spell power off my skill specifically, but only for Mindalay. And then everything else is just base damage. All I know is that, holy shit, I do so much damage now. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I'm doing a buttload of damage with these guys. So I'm happy. And also, heavy weapons do not encumber your spells, so this is just free, I guess. Like, I just upgraded my power for no reason. Oh, for no real cost. I do swing slower, but, like, who gives a shit? I can't tell if I'm Crimson drained or, like, just regular light red drained, because the game is so fucking dark. Like, I feel like my eyes are being sucked in. It's really weird. It's a really odd sensation. Alright, 5'9", 6'9". Whoa! Steam Dragon Scales, ideal weapons. Question mark? Yes. Let's go ahead and enchant those up. Normally that's a waste of time, but I don't really see myself getting anything better for a long-ass time, so I guess it's worth my time to attempt it. I'm gonna drop all the non-trident polearms, and the reason for that is that, oh god, oh, sorry. The glaive is just used for killing stuff. The trident will be used later on to hopefully kill hydras, because these glaives chop hydra heads off, and halberds do too. You might be wondering why I switched to the Steam Dragon armor. Steam Dragon armor is basically robes, but free. The encumbrance rating is 0, just like robes, but they have higher AC. Normally you trade away the AC for resistances or something cool, but because I haven't found anything good, other than these robes of fire resistance, which I'm not going to use, it's basically free for me to upgrade. And I'm enchanting the armor because it's unlikely that I find any actual armors for a fairly long time. And even if I do, it's mostly through luck, and not through some guaranteed thing. The best I can hope for is a Swamp Dragon armor and that either comes in Lair 6, with a very specific ending, which I only have one shot for, or in Swamp, which is a 50% chance, and then I have to go find a Swamp Dragon, kill it, get an actual Swamp Dragon hide, and then hopefully I get a Swamp Dragon armor from that. So it's a little bit like of a trek to get to what I want to get to. Alright, spellcasting is good as fuck. I'm pretty sure everything is, hungerless now at this point. I'm going to train polearms, invocations, and charms. I'm going to get charms to about 5, and then I'm going to start training more defense. Right now I have 8-10 in terms of AC evade. That's a pretty good mix, and honestly it's probably good enough for the entirety of Lair, but I think I want to get a head start on my training because Ogre training on defense is pretty slow. -2, -1 for AC and dodge, respectively. So I can now summon lesser demons, and as you can see, they're 0% hostile because of my invocations training. That's really good for us. I'm going to train probably Invo to 10, and then I'm going to stop. Most of the time, on Deep Dwarves, you will train your invocations through pretty much the whole game. Why? Because it gives you more MP, which you'll use to heal. This character, on the other hand, does not actually need to do that, and Major Demons, while they're great, don't need to be used in Lair. So it's kind of a waste of EXP, in my honest opinion. I do want to get Major Destruction kind of lower, I guess. It's not a huge deal, though. Like, I'm not really fussed about using the Kleb's better moves at this point in the game. Because, honestly, like, Lesser Servant is really good. Like, Lesser Servant of McLeb can summon a tier 3 demon, I think. They can summon Necosex and Yoxinil, I don't know what they're called, but the blue ones. So it's pretty decent. Alright, let's ID this potion and put this ring on. Ooh, +3 evade. Very nice, very nice. +3 evade is very free for this character, and it gives us more defense, which is really great. A lot of the Ogre's biggest shortcoming is that despite their really, really big health, they're actually a glass cannon due to their lack of defenses. The protection glaive that we have and the 13 evade that we got from the +3 ring make this character very, very good. I have insane health at this point, 119 hit points. There are many a feeler that will never get this much health. But I have that on top of 28 total defense, which is pretty freaking absurd for a character like this. Like, at least this early on in the game. Later on, it's obviously not as good, but it's pretty good right now. I can continue to enchant this armor, but I think at this point we've reached the point where we're very strong. Ooh! Oh my goodness, holy shit. It's a scroll of acquirement. Now, a weapon is a good acquirement. Let's not get that wrong. A weapon would be good to acquire. But this +5 glaive of protection is fucking good. It's really good. And I think what's more important is armor. Because if I get something good, I can be really happy. This is really good. Well, it's not bad. It's +0 hat, which means no extra AC, but it gives us RFRC plus and stealth, which is pretty good. Like, sorry, it's a good artifact. Don't get me wrong, but I really do wish I had more AC. I was really hoping for a gold dragon armor or something crazy, or sorry, not gold dragon, like swamp dragon armor or something good, or pearl dragon armor, maybe something like that, so that I could, you know, continue to cast spells but have much more AC. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Alright, I should have been casting regen much earlier. You want to cast regen early in the fight so that it takes the best effect. I obviously failed that by casting it at the very end of the fight, like an idiot. But, you know, these fights are kind of meh, whatever. Like right here, regen is giving me quite a lot of MP, quite a lot of extra HP. Alright, this troll leather armor is actually amazing for this character. Let's just check our failure rates. 12-12, 10-10, is it? Yeah. So we go from 8-13, which is 21, to 17. So we lose 4 total things due to 1 less evade and 3 less armor, I believe. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know that Steam Dragon Scales actually gave better AC than Troll Leather Armor. Didn't know that. But Troll Leather Armor is more encumbering, but it's actually worth it for the regen alone. It effectively means that we get regen for the rest of the game, which is pretty good. And for me at least, it tends to be the Ogre armor of choice until you get something actually good. I actually really do like having Troll Leather Armor on, just because it makes you a little bit tankier, but it also gives you like extra health, which is really great. At regenning 0.69 a turn is not too bad. Okay, I'm just going to try to fight through this. If I can just get a spectral weapon going, that's not too bad. McCleb's giving me a lot of health between fights, which is really good. So I managed to actually kill 3 of them before having to tap out a little bit. I'm only tapping out because I don't want to like risk it. I could probably just keep fighting, but you know, skeletal warriors are definitely an enemy that you don't want to face unprepared. And we have to fight 4 of them in a row. That's kind of scary. Alright. Let's just start casting our buffs and smack this guy down. We are really, really strong. Like, not many characters can say they can fight 4 skeletal warriors almost in a row. McCleb's giving us that extra HP to get us through that fight. But just in general, we're just really strong. Spirit Shield is pretty freaking incredible, I'd say, for this character. It gives us extra MP. We do have to make sure that we set up all of our spells before we start the fight, because otherwise we'll run out of MP. But other than that, it's really good. Oh my god. Huh. Now the question is, do I want to brand the Bardiche and go for a full late game build, or do I want to brand the Trident and make sure that I survive now? I think because I'm McCleb and I'm so fucking strong right now, I think the Bardiche is a better choice. Ooh, mama, that's a pretty good Bardiche. Alright, Bardiche of Electrocution is quite good. People say that slow weapons shouldn't be, is not as good with Electrocution, but that's totally not true. The minimum attack delay of this thing is 0.7. You're still proccing Electrocution once every turn, or more, so it's really fucking good anyway. This does mean that I will be training to 26 polearms, which might actually be kind of too hard for this character. I don't know if I'll ever get that high, but, you know, we can try. I'm going to train more charms, and I'm going to turn invocations off. I know I said I was going to turn it off at 10, but Major Destruction's just, it's already good. You know what I mean? It's done. This is really, oh, 3! What the fuck? Really? Holy shit. Holy shit. Alright, let's definitely put the Trident of Piercing down. That's good. Okay. We're going to keep these, nope. Do I have, what? Put that on B. Yes? Oh, thank God. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that, and I'm gonna use the brand weapon when I feel like I don't need protection anymore, because protection right now is, like, really good. It's carrying the shit out of this run, because I have so much extra defense that I normally wouldn't have. Particularly helpful because I am swinging quite slowly, which means enemies are getting better hits on me. I think, this is weird, but I think I'm gonna go Dex. I think it's better for me to train Dex at this point in time. I have a decent amount of, evade. Sorry, yeah, no, I have a decent amount of spell casting already, so I don't think I need to. There's a Hydra there. I'm keeping an eye out for him. If he's here, we'll summon a Lesser Destruction, Lesser Servant, and blast a bit of destruction at him. And I guess we'll summon 2. I always tend to summon 2 Servants of Destruction because it makes the fight almost always 1. The only thing that might happen that could stop you from winning that fight, hands down, those 2, is if he just like randomly one-shots one of them as you're summoning the next one. Then you have to summon another one. But yeah, generally just flooding the board or flooding the screen with McLeb summons is an easy way to kill a Hydra. And again, that's why I find McLeb to be so fucking strong. He provides you with a lot of general like health by providing you with HP on kill, but he also gives you a way to kill Hydras, which is really awesome. And later on in the game, he actually provides you with ways to clear vaults and ways to do other things by giving you more HP on kill, where it's actually really important and you're actually strong enough to take fights on every single turn. But also, he provides you with the ability to summon greater demons, which are actually pretty decent. Like, an Executioner is never bad. Like, I mean, they're in Extended for a reason, right? They're really good allies. If you get one of those, you're really lucky. Alright, this eel is being a bit of a prick. Let's just rest over here. Shout at the eel, try to get him to come to us, and then use Minor Destruction to take him out. Nice and easy. How long have we been playing? 29 minutes, nice. I feel like playing a bit more, so I'm going to go do that. The game looks really dark. I am not joking. This game looks really dark. But the tiles look more real. I don't know, like, did they update the tiles? It might be. They look good. They just look really dark, and like it looks really high contrast. Normally, this is like Australia yellow. Today, it's not really Australia yellow. You know what I mean? It's not like, I don't know, how do I explain it? It looks like, now you guys might not know this because you're not Australians, but what the fuck is wrong with her head? Oh, that's eyes. I was like, is that a mouth on a fucking head? Look, it looks like she has just a massive mouth on her head, doesn't it? That's really weird. I hope you guys can unsee that if you were just fooled. But maybe the high contrast is just making me see things. I don't know what the fuck is going on though. Like, really? What is this? Okay, let me just grab some buffs up. This is gonna be a big ass fight. That's okay though, because we got your boy McLeb. I can just sit here and just blast through these idiots with no real regret, no real concern. Like, goddamn, look at my health. Look at my health. That's fucking disgusting. You know what I mean? That is just absurd. Ogres should never have that kind of strength, but because they're a Skald, they absolutely can. Ogres are really good at Skalding right now. I think they're actually quite good. Oh. Like, even Spiny Toads, which normally give Ogre such massive problems because of the whole, oh, I can't dodge thing. Like, they're just fine for this character. It's crazy. And I'm just murdering fucking Hydras like it's nothing. It's absurd. This character is stupid good. It's way too good. Alright, I'm gonna try to hide a little bit behind my summons if I can. The poison is not particularly threatening to me because I have a lot of HP, but, you know. Spiders do a lot of damage, as you can see here. Holy fucking shit. Calm down there, dude. Oh my god, I almost died. Wow. That was pretty scary, actually. Not gonna lie. Like, the poison, not so much. It's more the fact that, like, it's a spider and those guys hurt like hell. Okay, I got stoned for a bit. That's alright, though. Just back off. Grab myself some more DPS. Spectral Weapon, of course, being an absolutely busted spell with polearms. I actually don't know if it's, like, as good with other things. It might be. But I'm of the opinion that, like, it often gets in the way more than it helps. You know, I don't want to fight this. I'm just going to run away. Looks cowardly. Works. The wolves block the Hydra's path, so he can't actually come fight me. Cast regen, I guess. One turn. And then get into a little bit of a choke point here. Nice and easy. You know, I just don't want to make the game hard for myself for no reason. Like, I could fight that fight over there, but why would I? When I can just do this. Right? Take the wolves on first, and then fight the Hydra later. Easy. Okay, so I got into this position here so that my spear is, again, stabbing from behind me. I don't want my spectral weapon to be in front of me ever, because it just means it's going to die. I'd rather have it behind me so that I can, you know, hold the line, I guess. Love that song, by the way, by Toto. I believe it's by Toto, anyway. It's a great song. Enjoyable. But yeah, like, this is really good. Other than the fact that everything's really dark, this is really good. Let's see if I can just fight this guy by myself. I can. Holy shit. Wow. Alright, got shafted. That's not horrible. I'm gonna summon 2 demons here. I would have only summoned 1, but the Death Yak made me think that there's more Death Yaks around, so I just made sure that I summoned 2. This looks like the Catoblepus with Yaks vault. That's fine for me, though. I'm not actually intimidated by that. I got excited for the plate armor there, but I realized very quickly that that's not a thing that we can even wear. It's like literally not even allowed. The game doesn't let you do it. It's unfortunate. But yeah, this is what I like to call like a really fun theory game, which is like a, for me at least, it's a game where you're actually applying the bullshit theories that Reddit and Tavern and, like, to an extent, me like to toot. I'm playing a character, a generic Skald, with a god that is very, very generalist and considered very strong, widely. But at the same time, it's something that no one actually ever does, because they're like, oh, I can just play a Minotaur Berserker, or, oh, I can just play something weird and fancy, like a mage. But this is a character that's just, like legitimately solid. There's no real weaknesses for this character. There's a lot of decision making, but it's mostly revolving around like optimizing your offense and defense, finding an interesting balance, and the god path is really straightforward. But not hand-holding straightforward, like just good. Like McCleb is just a good god, despite the fact that he's an evil god. He's very helpful. And here I can just kite this Catoblepus, making sure to never stand inside his cloud. Don't want to be petrified for free. There's no point. Like, I could get petrified, but why? Why would I do that? When I can just not? 10-speed enemies can just walk out of it. I'm going to summon 1 lesser servant here. I'm going to stand back a little bit. Mostly just to block the choke point up, I guess. Like, with McCleb, I have so much health. Like, this sustain is ridiculous. Especially with the protection weapon. I just have, like, infinite survivability. But yeah, this is, like, a very fundamental character with a lot of interesting paths. So I think, even though, like, it doesn't sound interesting on paper, it's pretty fun. Alright, we picked up some conjuration spells. I mean, technically Battlesphere plus Magic Dot is a pretty cheap investment. You just have to get a bit of conjurations. I already got some charms. And then I could just easily get a nice, like, combo going. But I think it's not necessary for this character at all. I think it's easy for me to just not do that. And focus instead on, like, defense and such. I mean, already we can see this character's coming together really nicely. A lot of fighting, 156 hit points. Got 21 defense, but goes up to, I think, 28. It's pretty nice. Has a good late game plan. Has basically got everything he needs to get through to that late game plan. Just waiting for some nice armor, and then pretty easy. It's going to be interesting to see what McCleb looks like on a character that isn't a Deep Dwarf, because Deep Dwarves tend to be really broken by the time McCleb, like, kind of falls off. So we'll see how he does in the rest of a 3-run run. This is a very enjoyable game. I don't know. I find that, like, the most enjoyable games for me are the ones that are, like, probably going to be the least interesting, the least exciting. But, hey, it's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow I might end up playing Skullgirls. My friend moved back to Victoria, or wherever he lives, so unfortunately I have to wait for him to get settled back into his place before I do a first to 5 or first to 10. I will probably be doing them pretty casually, not really like trying too hard to win, but at the same time we'll be playing semi-seriously so that we can show some of the cool stuff off about Skullgirls. But it will definitely be happening, so keep an eye out for it. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you all next time.